Almost 50, y'all. The episode 49, it's not too late to reset. It's not too late to reset. I plan for this to be a short, sweet message as we get into the last month of 2020. As I record this podcast, I remember an early episode, I believe episode number 9, was entitled, Give Yourself Permission to Reset. Feel free to listen to that one again for sure. But let me ask you a question. Have you felt discouraged or disappointed about some plans not being able to go forth this year? Do you know someone who feels that way? Maybe you've been on a journey to lose weight and you were going to your Weight Watchers meetings, you were counting points, you were going walking with your buddies, you were going to the gym, you were even going to plan that 5K, that 10K, that marathon, and perhaps you even paid your money. And then here came COVID. The monstrous virus that is not to be taken lightly, that has unfortunately stolen the lives of so many, at the same time caused a domino effect in the lives of so many others and impacted everything regarding the way that we do business, the way that we work, the way that we handle things at home, has even been the cause of why many of us are at home on Sundays. All of us, if not all of us. Maybe you were on a journey to get closer to Jesus and you had just found a church, given your life to Him, or were about to look for a church, and then came COVID. What are you supposed to do? You wondered. You probably felt lost and wondered, how will I learn to read the Word? Who will teach me? How do I learn to find a church if I've never even been plugged into a church? How will I learn if I'm not even around anybody that I don't even know a Christian, a true Christian, or at that? What if I miss something? Or what if I backslide or go back to the world's way of doing things, or my old ways, the things that I used to do before I accepted Jesus as my Lord and personal Savior? What if I just keep messing up? Will God even forgive me? Will I get another chance? First of all, before I move on to the next thing, God will give you another chance. He is a God of grace and He will forgive you. Just ask Him to forgive you and ask Him to help you. Maybe you just decided to launch out in your business, or what were about to step out and maybe you gone to some networking events, you had just signed up for this business coach or a mentor, you had just gone to this, launch event, you went to this mastermind retreat in the woods somewhere, you were just taking baby steps to get you to move forward, and then COVID happened. Maybe you were planning to travel, that trip, that cruise, that plane ride by yourself or with your family, and you had just made arrangements to get away. In fact, you love to get away, but then COVID happened. I can go on and go on. That's going to be our narrative for many of us, for all of us in 2020. And as we approach the end, if you are like me, you love to reflect in your journal of the year when you look back, and what would you say about 2020? How would you describe 2020? What words would you use to describe the type of year that we've had? Some might say, woo, to describe and nothing else. Some might say a trying year, a year where my faith was tested. A hard year, a roller coaster, a year filled with pain, a year filled with unknowns, a year that rocked my whole world. There might be a few that might say 2020 was good to me. Despite everything that happened around me, a year filled with surprises and blessings. The point is that each of us may come out of 2020 with a particular narrative. This podcast is specifically to the persons who feels like 2020 totally disrespected me and messed up my whole plan. See, I'm on this microphone to let you know that it's not too late to reset. See, just because we had a pandemic, and yes, there has been a lot of pain, there are a lot of painful stories, distressful situations that triggered pain and sadness, my dear, you can still make it. If losing weight, for instance, or being healthier is your goal, is your thing, right? The pandemic did not and is not in charge of your decisions. You are. You can still choose to exercise, whether that looks like pushing play or using your living room for space or going outdoors for a walk if it's not 20 degrees. You can still be intentional about what you put in your mouth and what you drink and how much you consume. I know you are thinking, B. Wendy, I have eaten so much. I've gained so much weight. And then you had the nerve to say this right after Thanksgiving. Listen, I know. I get it. I get it. I'm with you. I am you. But yesterday is gone, honey. Today is a new day for you to reset and choose to live. Choose your health. Choose to make good choices. Choose healthy habits. Can you say this with me? It's not too late to reset. It's not. Who says you have to wait until January 1st when you can start today? I am recording today, 12/6/2020, or whatever you're listening to this. You can start 12/7. You can start today whenever you hear this message.